Got our official sponsor, Greenwood Stock Trading. If you want to learn how to make some passive income, some extra money, so you can invest in your future and your kids' future, give them a call for a free 10-minute consultation, 281-760-3170. Go get to the bag. All right, man. They officially announced Devin Haney taking on Lomachenko. Had the press conference today. Really didn't miss much. Seemed very, very calm, right? It was pretty much Bill speaking and kind of trying to steer up something by Lomachenko. Had been ducking the fight forever. His manager, Inglis Klimov, told Bill back in the day that Devin would never get the Lomachenko fight, and whatever reason, Lomachenko and company really ain't want to fight. They was willing to fight T.O. I think they underestimated, T.O.'s ability, his strategy. They underestimated his strategy. And he came in there with a good game plan. Kind of was a curse ever since that fight for him. But, Haney sought this fight. He took it. He weight drained. But guess what? Once you sign the contract, I don't feel like you need to, defend undisputed. Once you got it, you undisputed. But he felt the need to spin the block and come from Lomachenko. And I think that comes from reading online forums. I believe that comes from being on social media, hearing what people say. Well, I need to be Loma to beat the man, or Loma really was the man, and this, that, and the third. And he's spinning the block to come back around to beat the man that people say really was the man. So beat Kambosos. And you got to think about it. Had Lomachenko fought Kambosos and got the belt, Devin Haney would have never gave Devin Haney a shot. But Devin Haney said, "You know what? I'm coming for legacy." And how can't you support that? And I think a lot of people was overlooking Lomachenko as I think they overlooking him because of the Jermaine Ortiz fight. I believe it was a quick turnaround from coming from the Ukraine and doing that, and taking the Jermaine Ortiz fight. And I think you're gonna see a good Lomachenko. I think Lomachenko style matchup really good. You really can make the case it's a pick'em fight. People say, well, Lomachenko old, and now somebody took the initiative to fight him and come forward, and now he old, he beat up, and people want to move the needle. And this is why boxers don't ever give y'all what y'all want to see, because every time they do something to go out their way, it's constructive criticism, and it comes from your own people. And, the Americans supposed to support Americans. We know that's not how it is. We already know, they don't support the Black Americans in boxing. They want to support everybody else. They want to get behind Canelo. They want to get behind Gennady Golovkin. They want to get behind every foreign fighter that come over here. And a lot of these dudes that's in this boxing shit, a lot of these dudes really racist, bro. You just got to pay attention. Every time somebody black come up, they rooting against them. Just pay attention every time. If it's for a new UA, if it's for no matter who the black guy coming up, and I understand it's a disdain for PVC, but no matter who it is, it's Haney who ain't affiliated with PVC, they going for Lomachenko. So you gotta watch out. Can't get in an argument with them guys. For what? They already got their mind made up. But then they the first ones that want to scream American pride. Or it's a nation. Really, it really ain't. But let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. Let's go talk about this fight. And does Devin Haney deserve to get credit if he win to be on the fight? So to be on the pound for pound list, or move up the pound for pound list, or whatever the situation may be. Don't forget, in the morning you can listen to this on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, whole bunch of them. Just hit the link tree. It's the first link in the description. You can find me everywhere. Want to donate? Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate everybody that donate. And people say, well, he's bigger, he's longer, But the thing about Lomachenko, his game plan is to get on the inside. If anybody was to get a knockout, it's probably going to be Lomachenko knocking out Devin Haney. And Devin Haney is still 23 years old. He's still finding himself not only as a boxer, but as a man. He taking a risk. A risk. Let's say whatever Devin Haney didn't exist. Loma got a belt with Devin with 24. Would Javante be looking to fight Lomachenko anytime soon? No. After he get done, Ryan Garcia do what he got to do. Let's say Lomachenko somehow ended up with 2 belts or 3 belts, or let's say he had all the belts somehow, some way. Would Tank Davis be seeking that fight out? Absolutely not. Devin Haney doing what you want throwback fighters to do, and it's a risk. He feel like he can beat him, and he gonna try to keep him at the end of his punches and on the outside. And I think he got some flaws that they need to be clearing up. As far as he always leaning to one side, his length allows him to get away with it. Again, Camboso, he didn't do it as much as the second Camboso fight, but he always kind of dipping that way, whatever, covering up. And a real seasoned fighter is gonna take advantage of that. I heard Lion Killer say, "Well, his output ain't there. Your output ain't gotta be that good. You ain't gotta output. You ain't gotta. Once you establish you can hit and not get hit. It ain't about the output, because they got to take the risk to get hit. And if you can counter them and make them pay and keep them on the outside, it really ain't about the output. It's about scoring and not getting scored on. So I'm concerned about the output. He ain't coming to knock people out, especially not being drained at the weight. So it's about Lomachenko getting in there. If Lomachenko can get in there and get inside Haney and hit Haney, the thing about Haney, I don't know if he don't have the weight in his legs like Joseph Diaz said from the weight cut or whatever. When Haney get hit, you can tell he got hit. He not real sturdy. You know what I'm saying? When Haney get hit, he don't really have a good poker face, and it don't really seem like he got a lot of balance in his legs. It seemed like the weight cut is he really cutting it from his legs. And Joseph Diaz said if he move up, he'll probably benefit. He'll be a lot stronger in the lower body. And I'd agree with that. A lot of his cut is, you could tell the biggest part of his cut is coming from his legs. You can tell, like, he kind of remind me of the kid that Cobra just fought, Jose Venezuela. It's not as bad. But the one thing about Devin Haney, you can tell that a lot of his cut, a lot of the weight cut that he having is having a lot of effect on his lower body. Just watching him fight, he don't seem real sturdy. He seemed kind of like Deontay Wilder when he put on that additional weight. real top heavy and real, he real top heavy. And a lot of that cut that he having is coming from here. You can tell. You can tell a lot of this cut, all this weight is up here. And a ton of Black Americans tend to be more top heavy than body heavy. You see a lot of white people tend to be more be more bottom heavy. You know what I'm saying? But that power that you generate, especially when you're not just a natural puncher, that power that you generate, it comes from the core to the legs. You generate power from the floor up. You know what I'm saying? You generate power from the floor up. So, so that's real key. And but for him, you gotta know yourself. And obviously Colbert is another young fighter. Lather salute. Colbert is another young fighter that's struggling with identity. You could tell with Colbert game, he liked to make up with value. That's the difference. Colbert liked to just, instead of just, kind of doing what Devin Haney do, stay on the outside and counter, pick you apart, make you miss and hit. Colbert liked to close the gap and just overwhelm you with value. It's one approach you can take it. Devin just liked to diffuse you. He liked to use the ring. He liked to box. He liked to keep you in his punches. He liked to turn you. You know what I'm saying? And that could take you a long way. That could take you all the way to the top with a good jab. But once you get up in weight, I think he'd be a lot stronger in the lower body. He'd be a lot stronger in the lower body. But I think it's going to benefit him if he gets somebody to kind of just teach him how to really, once he be able to move up in weight, I think it'll benefit him to get somebody in there to kind of teach him how to turn those shots over a little bit. And it's just not like, I don't think it can happen at 35 because of the cut. But he turns somebody just to teach him how to turn the shots over. He'd be all right. Just to be a little bit more crisp and accurate. And I think it's hard for him for that to happen because of the cut. Because of that weight cut. So, his thing is this is going to be a fight, a real estate fight. It's going to be, can he keep Lomachenko on the outside? Excuse me. It's going to be, can he keep Loma on the outside? Can Loma get on the inside? That's what it's going to be. That's exactly what it's going to be. If Lomachenko get on the outside, Lomachenko can cause some damage. If I'm Lomachenko, I'm trying to get on the inside, and I'm probably take some chances to the body with a kid that's struggling with the weight cut. But the thing about the weight cut is guys like Benavidez and people talking about how drained Benavidez looked. And, in the set 85 South show, they was talking about how bad Haney looked when he was on the scale for the Camboso fight, how drained he looked. But when you're 20, your mid-20s or early 20s, you can take that cut. You can take that cut. The cut ain't shit. Because you're going to rehydrate the next morning. So your body can recover from it easier. Your body can recover from easier. The older you get, and the more camps you have and the more mileage you got on your body, the harder the rehydration. It's harder to rehydrate. It's harder to rehydrate. It's harder when you kind of turn like 29, 30, you kind of start to see your body start breaking food down a lot different. You start to become an adult. So the weight cut is, the way he rehydrate is going to be key. But it's a fight of real estate. It's can he keep, Lomachenko at the end of his punches? And I think the important question, can he put an exclamation mark on his time at 135 and close the show? I think Jermaine Ortiz had opportunities to close the show. It's just that I don't think he had the experience, and the conditioning to do so. That's the difference. But I really think in this fight, it's going to be real estate. And can Lomachenko, I think, can his angles get him on the inside with Devin Haney? First thing he got to do is take Devin Haney jab away and make Devin Haney diversify. Make Devin Haney throw an uppercut. Make Devin Haney throw a check hook. Make Devin Haney throw a right hand. Dare him. Because once you take away that jab, then what he going to do? You have to dare him to do something different. You got to dare him to lead with a right hand. And the thing about it, if Lomachenko get up on points, what can Devin Haney do? Devin Haney said in the press conference that you never know. He might walk through Lomachenko. That's pretty much going to have to be. So when you somebody who don't have the punching power to get knockdowns, to get knockouts, you can't afford to go down on points. You can't afford to go down on points. So, if I'm Lomachenko, man, I pick it up fast. I don't make the same mistake with Teofimo Lopez and hope this kid fold in the later rounds. I think you pick it up fast. I think you take a chance, and you take chances early. And if he knock you out, you gotta credit him knocking out. I think that Lomachenko got to take a lot of chances early. I think he got to be reckless in there. And see if Devin Haney, can test his chin. I think what Devin gonna do is what T.O. gonna do. He gonna take them angles away. He gonna turn with him. He gonna turn with a check hook. He gonna keep Loma turning. He gonna make Loma reach, and he gonna make Lomachenko reach, and he just gonna make him pay. And what Lomachenko gonna have to do, he gonna take some shots. He gonna have to counter Devin Haney jab. He gonna have to, whatever it's gonna be, touch the body on the inside, get on the inside, and not allow him to be held. Not allow Devin Haney to hold when he get on the inside. That's gonna be the difference. It'll benefit Devin Haney if he was be able to get on the inside of Vasyl Lomchaneko and maul him on the ropes like Ward did Alan Green. That'd benefit him if he could do that. But I think it's a tougher fight than people giving it credit for. I think Lomachenko's a live dog. I really think it's kind of really a pick'em fight, to be honest. I don't think the Jermaine Ortiz fight. I just think it was a blip. I think that's why they bought him time to get ready. Obviously, they didn't like the fight, said he'd never get a shot at the fight and all this stuff. And but Haney fighting the weight cut. He taking muscle out his legs. And I think Lomachenko gonna force him to diversify his output. He really remind you of an older Floyd Mayweather. I mean, so does Shakur Stevenson a little bit. They throw the same punches. So just for them, they're very repetitive in how they throw punches. And most fighters are. They throw the same shit. What they love to throw. And I think he gonna have to force Devin Haney to lead off with right hands. He gonna force Devin Haney to throw uppercuts, go to the body. He gotta take the jab away. He gotta take the jab away, bro. And that's kind of what T.O. did. T.O. went to him. T.O. made him feel the power. And then when it became a fight of technical skills, T.O. had a great game plan. When Lomachenko, tried to, pivot out, T.O. would turn him as well and turn with him. So you could tell they really dissected Lomachenko very, very well. His father done a great job dissecting him, and whoever they had helping him, they done a great job. And I think Devin Haney seen kind of what Teofimo Lopez did from a technical standpoint of view. And I think that's the goal, to go ahead and try to mimic that. But yeah, his and Lomachenko number one thing is real estate. Take that jab away, get on the inside, and start testing Devin Haney jaw. Devin Haney, he got to get up on Devin Haney, get some knockdowns, get up on points, and make Devin Haney come back from behind. And you got to go out there and not respect his punching power. I think it's a good fight, bro. I think it can go either way, to be honest. I really think it can go either way. I don't read much into the Jermaine Ortiz fight. Quick turnaround from coming over from war. Loma would beat Ryan right now. Yeah, of course, I think he would. Will Canelo, he said, would Canelo have gotten credit if he beat Floyd? Hell yeah, Haney deserved he earned the spot, a little bounce. I agree. A lot of people speaking him. He said, Robert said Haney losing this fight. Could be right. Kofi salute. Kofi said, peace and salute to the chat. Y'all go subscribe to Kofi Universe for the latest and greatest hip hop and album news and reviews. He said, I agree. Loma is still a threat. Jermaine Ortiz don't get enough credit for making Loma look the way he looked. He didn't have a lot of experience, and I think that's why a lot of people smash the like button, sub to the link tree. And I think that's why a lot of people kind of look and say, well, Haney kind of like he's gonna smash him because what Jermaine Ortiz did. He wasn't as experienced, and that kid said he having the problems, getting people to get in the ring with him. You know, so he said he can't even get no fight right now. So that's messed up. Um, so I just really think it's a in my opinion it's a fight of real estate. It's a fight of real estate. I mean, I think you can make the case. Kind of last week fight was a fight of real estate as well too with um Plant Benavidez. I think people could say, I think Caleb Plant had to dominate the real estate. I think that's what it was. I think Caleb Plant had to dominate the real estate. He did not dominate on the front foot, and eventually, his smoke and mirrors were just that, smoke and mirrors. They were just smoke and mirrors. So, but yeah, they confident, and a lot of these young guys confident, and borderline arrogant, overconfident. And like I said, once you start to create doubt, you start to test their mental fortitude. Lomachenko had to test them early. Lomachenko it's kind of like letting Reggie Miller get into a rhythm early. Once you let Reggie, Steph, Clay, what I'm saying, Damian Lillard, once you let Kevin Durant get into a rhythm, I mean, ain't shit you can do to break them. Once you let LeBron get hot, ain't nothing you can do to break them. It's like a boxer. You can't let them get into a rhythm. Most boxers like Devin Haney, they got to get in the rhythm early. And when they get in the rhythm early and they find it, they hard to break. Most pressure fighters, and that's what Lomachenko really is. Don't let people fool you. Most pressure fighters, it take a few rounds to warm up. Then they come on hot. David Benavidez and Plant. I mean, even Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez. You know what I'm saying? So it take them a while to warm up. But once they get warm up, it's hard to stop them. So they coming out, with the identity of I'm gonna take a minute to warm up, but he gonna fold down the stretch. I'm gonna knock him out down the stretch. I'm gonna drop him, make it close down the stretch. People gonna say, well, it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. You know what I'm saying? So that's their mindset. That's what Lomachenko really is. He's a pressure fighter. Don't get it. He the best fighter since Muhammad Ali. He's a pressure fighter. He's somebody that's phenomenal on the front foot. He used angles. I mean, just as Mike Tyson did. Mike Tyson did it his own different way. But Lomachenko, you just use angles, and a lot of people can't deal with it. Manny Pacquiao did the same thing. Pacquiao was a little bit different. His tag. Pacquiao stand on the outside, jump in and out, turn you, run his combinations, keep turning you. Take a break on the ropes. All right, get off the ropes. Go do it again. Lomachenko just come downhill at different angles every time, feints. He jump in with 1-2 big shots, and he can crack. He can crack. Excuse me. I don't think he get enough credit for his ability to punch. I don't think he get enough credit for his ability to punch. I don't think that's what people really speak on. I don't think that's what people speak on. So, he confident, and Lomachenko kind of seemed a little timid, but I wouldn't read into that. Y'all can say, oh, he didn't want to fight. He didn't want to fight. Come fight night, we gonna find out if he wanted to fight or not wanted to fight. But quite frankly, man, people talking about, should Devin Haney get credit for this fight? I mean, absolutely. Absolutely. Hold on. He said, "No, man. What you talk about, Loma Haney? Oh, you gonna let Devin Haney punch you? If he ain't got no power, why didn't George Camboso just walk through him? That's the problem. People say, oh, he can't punch. Everybody needs to be respected in 8-ounce gloves. Everybody to be respected. Loma is a dog. He coming out to fight. He said, I still see that Haney beating him, but Loma still game. Hey, B, what's going on? What's going on, D-Ray? J Cash, what's going on? Devin by domination. I'm not sure about that. I think it's going to be competitive, bro. I think it's going to be a real competitive fight. One honor salute. I think it's gonna be a real competitive fight. Um, people saying, well, Lomachenko 35 years old, and but y'all still want to see Crawford and Spence, and Crawford is 35 years old. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. I'm more interested in seeing, what he do after this. I'm interested in the fight, but I'm interested to see what he do after this, as far as the weight cut. I mean, going up in weight and how it would look when he go up in weight and stuff. So that's kind of what you know, that's kind of what I that's kind of what I'm interested in. But like I said before, should he get credit for this? Absolutely. What fighter today is turning around? Um, what fighter today is turning around and giving somebody an opportunity who said they wouldn't give him an opportunity? Come on. You would think if they said, well, somebody didn't want to fight and wanted to do other stuff, you would think it was Devin Haney who you would believe it was Devin Haney who was trying to get out this fight and not do this fight because this dude didn't want to give him an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I look at it. If somebody was trying to bullshit and string this along, I would think it would be Devin Haney, not trying to work with Top Rank, not trying to make this fight with a guy who played him. That's what I would think it would be. But that ain't the case. That ain't the case. He spun the block. He went to get one for legacy, and people's, hopefully people happy with it. Would I like to see this fight had a little bit more pizzazz in the press conference? Absolutely, but a lot of these dudes don't really have personalities. A lot of these young guys don't have no personalities. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times these dudes trying to get them to play it safe. These promoters and stuff and trying to reel them in and trying to not, upset the networks and be politically correct and all that type of shit. That's what they trying to do. That's exactly what they trying to do. So, but you wasn't no trash, and it's hard to trash talk with somebody who shout out to Kid Bud, appreciate it. It's hard to try to, trash talk with somebody who don't speak English. Lomachenko be very timid. I seen him in Vegas. He like, I don't know, no. So he's still not 100% comfortable with his English, and boxing promoters still getting behind guys like that. Boxing promoters still getting behind guys like that, and they historically haven't sold. Even Triple G. Triple G historically has not been a success. Only with Canelo Alvarez. He has not been successful. So they can say what they want to say about him, but they have not been successful. If they put that same energy they put in Lomachenko and they put it into the Devin Haneys and the Charlos and guys like that, you know what I'm saying? I think we will be we'll be in a better position, but they just fail to want to though they fail to want to put any promotion behind black fighters, but they'll go do a Ukrainian who come up here already old with a number of experience. It just don't make no sense. They just let you know the country is divided, bro. It's really black people, and then everybody else is sick together against us. Despite everything, Devin had to do to get here, he had to, that's most black people that succeed, so many financial barriers, so many racial barriers. You know what I'm saying? And when you do get help, it's out of sympathy and it's not, out of your knowledge and how you work to get hard and get there. And you still have Paula Malignaggi hating on him, saying he was privileged getting here. How many other black guys had it the hard way? You know, it just burned his soul to see niggas up. It don't make me mad. I'm happy. You know, because Lomachenko got a shot after one or two fights based off what he did in the amateurs. You know, he won 2 gold medals. Rigondeaux, they wasn't afforded the same luxury. So what made him so special? That's all I want to know. What made him so special to be afforded that luxury? Just I'm asking. That's the crazy shit about it. That's the real crazy shit about it. You know? And that's kind of like who we are as black people too. If you want to be real, that's who we are. And people say, well, what are you talking about? You know, we be shunning opportunities, we be shut out of shit, but once we get opportunities, you know, we quick to, you know, get others the opportunities. We quick to open doors that wasn't open for us, for the others. It's true shit. If Lomachenko got them belts from Camboso, bro, they would have spun the block on Haney and all these other people would have came with all these number of excuses on why Haney didn't deserve it, and Haney got to get his resume up. Him tanking Shakur should fight to earn a Lomachenko. All this shit is racial. And that's why Bob put him on a 3-fight deal to give Lomachenko an opportunity. That's why he put Lomachenko in a position to, you know, have a world title, and then fight for another vacant world title. You know, this is why they experiment with Lomachenko, putting him on pay-per-view, even though he can't sell. And his manager got up there and lied and said they sold out the Staples. No, they didn't. That shit was empty as hell. That Eddie Hearn said they lost money when he fought Luke Campbell in the UK. But you won't see him make one statement about, you know, losing money on Lomachenko. You won't see one statement being made about him losing money on Lomachenko. Not one. Excuse me. Not one. Not one statement being made. You know? And you got Paul Malignaggi complaining about, oh, Devin was privileged. And how many guys came out? Even Andre Ward wasn't as privileged as Devin Haney. He had a gold medal. So what Devin Haney, his dad, did, you know, basically is what, you know, Wu-Tang did, doing independent and getting what they want after they was denied. It's always a problem when we do some shit. But you hear Paul Malignaggi complaining with the other hundreds of fighters that was rooting for Salido against Lomachenko when he got a title shot in his second fight? No. That's why I tell you, man, these people got agendas, bro. A lot of these dudes, they ain't got to tell me they racist. They ain't got to tell me they got black friends, whatever. I can tell. Especially these boxing fans. You can tell. Every time somebody black come up, they rooting for the other ones. No matter if they Japanese, Chinese, Korean, Philippine, Thailand, whatever you want to call them, no disrespect, you know, Irish, you know, Canadian, they going for everybody, Dominican, Puerto Rican, but every time they picking against the brother, every fucking time. But then talking about this national pride, you got to understand, man, it's black people, and then everybody else, you know, is okay, is considered American, Japanese American, Chinese American, Ukrainian American now. You know what I'm saying? Latino American, everybody against us, bro. And that's just the honest truth about it. You know, and once we kind of get together and start working together, start building together, start galvanizing together, start putting gates around our communities together, I think we can start to move forward as a people. Even the Africans don't really fuck with us. Most of them don't fuck with us. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's call a spade a spade. In reality, in the free world, he should have held his nuts and gave Bob Hill and not gave Lomachenko any type of opportunity. Let's just be real. He shouldn't have gave Loma no opportunity. How am I give a nigga an opportunity who wasn't gonna never give me an opportunity? And that's what's wrong, bro. And that's what's wrong, bro, because we always, learn from their religion to turn the other cheek and all that shit. And what if turn the other cheek got a nigga? Let's be real. What has it got you? Abused in this country, bro. What about that man, the dude that got killed by the police officer, the lady, his family hugged and forgave her and prayed over her in court down there in Texas? Like, get the fuck out of here. Black people are some of the most abused people in the world. You hear about what's going on, wars that's going on in the Middle East and shit like that. They know where they from. We don't even know the fuck we from. Africans don't claim us. We abuse, but we continue to love because that's what they gave niggas in slavery. That's what they gave brothers in slavery. Rip some pages out the Bible. You couldn't read shit. You go to church. And I just, and I ain't mad at him for giving Lomachenko the opportunity because I respect, spinning a block, being a man of your word, going to beat a nigga ass that ducked you and making a point. But you got to understand, too, them cards going to be against you. No matter if it was New York City or Vegas, Bob would do anything to give it to make sure Lomachenko become undisputed. So you got to go out there and you got to pitch a gym. If you don't pitch a gym, they're going to take it from you. You ain't got Eddie don't have no juice in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? So they will, and people will say, oh no matter how egregious the robbery is, people will say, oh, you lost, motherfucker. No, you lost. And he beat Lomachenko, and Lomachenko beat him, and he the greatest ever to do it. But if Devin Haney beat him and dominate him and win, it don't do shit for his legacy. They've been doing that shit to black people forever. Had Canelo, like somebody said, beat Floyd Mayweather, guess what? Canelo would have got a gold jacket, everything. Like he, got Green Masters jacket. They'd have put him on the pedestal as the greatest fighter of all time. Floyd beat him while he's too young. They've been moving the bar on everybody for years. For years, they've been doing that to black fighters. He can't leave no doubt. He got to fight the perfect fight, to be honest. The perfect fight. It's the reason they put a 3-fight deal in there. It is what it is. If Devin win, okay, Lomachenko had 2 losses already. If Loma win, catapults Loma into stardom, and it's the greatest thing since, since sliced bread. You got to talk about these things. It's a different set of rules for us. What my man say on that Ja Rule song is murder. He said, man, I love being black. I love the struggle. And that's what it is. It's a struggle. It's a real struggle, bro. Being a black man is a real struggle, bro. That a lot of people, nobody else know what it is like. Nobody know what it's like to be a black man. Nobody. Unless you are a black man. Nobody know what that shit is like. Can't be replicated, can't be duplicated. Our black women are birth us and close to us, and they still can't understand it. They try to put it in some type of they try to put it in some type of perspective when somebody gets shot or gets some type of injustice done. That's just a microcosm of the bullshit. That's just a microcosm. And this dude, on a obviously a lighter scale, he had a fucking raw deal. He had to go to Australia twice and still had to turn around and still fight Lomachenko. And Bob Arum a fight. It's the game, bro. It's the game. And how talented black fighters are throughout history, they fill up like no other ethnic group. They fill up. If you did a top 100 greatest fighters list of all time, we probably make up over 50% of that list. You can say the same thing in the National Football League. You can say the same thing in the National Basketball League. You know, but we continue to be disrespected. We continue to be stepped on and spit on. And look at Lamar Jackson and get no respect. No way this kid should have to turn around and still owe Bob Arum a fight. It's no business that he should be. If he wanted to fight in March because his religious beliefs, everybody else's religious beliefs is respected besides us. And I know people don't want to hear that. I don't give a fuck if it's one person watching. I'm always going to speak the truth. Always. You know. But we always disrespected, bro. Bill said at the press conference, Eagles told him after he beat Abdallah did, whatever his name was, that Eagles told you'll never get a shot. It's like, okay, bro. He wouldn't have been getting this shot. Just being real. He wouldn't have been getting this shot. I'm sick of that shit, bro. I don't mind helping homeless people. I don't mind helping people, and no matter what your color is, I see there's a post on Facebook saying, well, I don't give money to white homeless people. I don't give a fuck. If you need help, you need help. I don't care about that shit, bro. If you down bad, you want to take money, go buy crack, buy beer. I done bought niggas cigarettes at the gas station. You know what I'm saying? I don't do it because I expect the generosity to come. I do it because shit, I already know what it's like to be stressed. I already know what it's like not to have shit. I just, shit, hopefully this shit takes some stress off you. So it ain't really about that. But damn, man, when we gonna get some respect around this motherfucker somewhere? When they gonna give us some respect, bro? When? And that's why Floyd Diamond did to move the way he moved. That's why Floyd got every damn penny that he can get. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said before, I wouldn't have gave this whole opportunity unless it was a 99.9% to his 0.01% split. That's the only way. This motherfucker damn near would have had to fight for free. This motherfucker would have had to fight for free. I'm just being real. This motherfucker would have had to fight for free, bro. And this motherfucker would have had to only fight orthodox. I'd have put so many stipulations on this whole, bro. He bring nothing to the table. He bring no fans to the table. Real talk. And people say, they want you to feel sorry for him in the war and all. Well, shit, like America about to go to war themselves. And it looked like Ukraine bled America of a lot of money, leaving them a little bit vulnerable. A lot of vulnerable with the idiot. Now they trying to say, well, Donald Trump been indicted and all that's the distraction, bro. You got people going to BRICS currency. You got people trying to, take away the United States currency. It's about to be everybody versus the United States. Even though people could say, well, Russia, military weak right now, and China military is unbattle tested and all, and that very may well be true. But we could be in another war. I think it's been 3 in my lifetime. The Gulf, the unnecessary war for oil through George Bush, and George Bush did and completed his mission and shit, and pretty much just living this peace. You gotta understand, you guys think about shit in life, for all the people, because every day villains win. Think about this for a minute. Every day, despite what Hollywood try to feed you, every day villains win in life. Villains win more than good people do, bro. And they suffer probably just as much, if not more, but they win a whole lot, bro. They win a whole lot. You got people out here who can kill people that did wrong that get to live to 100. You just got to ask yourself, like, when reckoning day come, is it really a reckoning day, bro? Is it really a judgment day, bro? You got to ask yourself that. Am I really gonna pay for all the bullshit I did? Am I really gonna get credit for all the good shit I did? Gotta ask yourself that shit one day. When everything fall down the way it is, will the last be the first and the first will be the last? Will black people still continue to get disrespected even once we die, bro? We still gonna be the bottom of the food chain? You gotta ask yourself that shit. Fuck around and all niggas go to hell still. Some fucked up shit, dude, to think about. How much of this shit is a lie? How much of this shit truly matter, bro? Great question. Because as much as how many great boxers, black boxers there have been since Jack Johnson, which has been a lot of progress since Jack Johnson, Joe Louis, Muhammad Ali, and all that shit, you would think it'd have been a somewhat of a yellow brick fucking road. You think it might be somewhat of a yellow brick road for black fighters, for black athletes, and it's still not, bro. The motherfuckers still struggling to this day, bro. We still struggling. We still calling each other ourselves America. We not Americans, bro. We not respected as Americans, bro. Nigga, we basically like fucking refugees, bro. And in some cases, refugees get treated a lot motherfucking better. You got to understand, was Trump gonna build that wall and throw our black asses on the other side of it too? It's crazy, bro. And this is a very indicative of the disrespect that we deal with, bro. Just on the boxing level. Crawford and Spence, look at it. All this shit just to get the fight that we want. If one of them was Mexican, shit, one of them was white or Puerto Rican, the fight would have happened 2 or 3 times by now. Tell me I'm lying, bro. Tell me I'm lying. Crazy. Chuck, what's going on, bro? My nose running like a motherfucker. He said, I got Devin. I done moved my tissue. I don't know where I moved it to. I got Devin Haney when Loma will have success. Might have a lot. He might, Derek. I think you have a lot on Top Rank. That shit going his way. Haney gets getting better after every fight. He in his prime now. I don't see Loma beating him. I'm not sure if he in his prime yet, but he getting there. Lawrence, what's going on? He said that shit's so true. You know damn well them Africans don't fuck with us. I make sure when folks call me American, I don't identify represent anything African at all. But some of them do. Like Kofi put me on game. Some of them do. They love. Well, they love any foreign dude going overseas, bro. A guy, the president of Ghana, she did say, we all welcome to go over there and get citizenship. So I mean, yeah, it's what it is. There's some places that fuck with us, A lot of the women over there overseas, love this love for them. Obviously it's about it being exotic, and also you possibly being a visa or green card into America. That's pretty much what it's about. It's about an opportunity to get out of poverty. He said that's why they sold us for ones who did get here via the slave trade. Africans sold simply because they saw us as foreigners in their land, and if they owe us, I'm sorry, I can't see this yellow print. If they owe us no loyalty, and some of us were stolen, and some of us were sold. They said when they sold us, a lot of them guys got duped. But he said, yeah, he has to KO. I won't say KO. He might have to. He from Vegas though, so maybe be a little power. I never take any of my money or resources to Africa. He said if Devin swing and misses, Lomachenko still gets a point. Devin gonna have to stop him, and I don't know. Shout out to 913 Boxer. Support the channel. Cash up. $ CJ Good 313. Loma's older already. Got B. Haney should proving his legacy against Shakur. He could. Definitely could. He said fighting Camboso was a blessing. He got paid for 2 easy fights. He said, I'm here. Appreciate you, Lawrence. He said, man, white people ain't my favorite. I give money to white homeless people. Was going to the other day, but I was at the front of traffic when the light turned green down. I need help. Yeah, I'll be if I can, I can. I buy people shit. I'm like, man, what you need, bro? He said, now they call me in. I'm not helping their ass. He said villains win all the time in real life. They do. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. The Bible says the judgment day is for the righteous and will be rejoiced. He said, I was asking myself the other day, that last night. A lot of men go through that shit, bro. Ain't no fairy tale for niggas, man. Ain't no Section 8 for us. Ain't no, them people don't feel sorry for you. Think about it. People feel comfortable helping a woman out. A lot of the questions I ask, people feel comfortable helping a woman out. But if Tyrone there, she asking for help, they like, well, shit, why Tyrone can't? It's difference when a man is always there. It's difference. It's a difference. People don't like naturally helping men. But that's, if you make it through the nasty part of the struggle as a man, you know what I'm saying? That's why, once you get it right, bro, you figure it out. We got it. For women, they got crutches. If it's kids and child support, it's welfare and Section 8. This is why they rarely see reality. Because people more willing to help, even you. You more willing to help a lady with, that's down on her luck on the corner than a nigga that's down on their luck on the corner, or a man. It's truth. You know what I'm saying? As long as a woman got a vagina between her legs, she should never be homeless and probably never will be homeless unless she got a drug habit. It's crazy. All this resources for them. For a man, you just gotta figure it out. It was a dude that hired a homeless dude on Facebook some years ago. I think he worked there, I don't know where they worked at. It was something. It was his best employee. Never missed a day, never was late, got on his feet. And you think that man, unless he got a drug habit, going back to that life? Hell no. I had a manager I used to work for and shit. I used to work at the sandwich shop when I was younger. And his parents threw him. He was from Memphis. He was a white guy. His parents threw him out because came out as gay. He said he lived on a tent on the side of the road till he got enough money to get on his feet, bro. You think he going back, bro? That shit build character, bro. That's why you see a lot of men, when they figure it out, they got a lot of character, bro. The ones that wasn't babysitted, the ones that didn't be homosexuals, the ones that had to really grind and scrap and build for what they build and go through shit. They build character, man. They ain't chasing pussy. Ain't important to them, bro. You know what I'm saying? Really, the money don't become important to them. It's just about not going back to that bullshit. They fear a level playing field, and they know the outcome. That's why they fear it. Exactly. They do. The internet changing everything. I don't think it's about money, bro. I just think they it's the value that we bring from athleticism and entertainment value, and from a medical standpoint of view value. Ain't nobody worried about Spence, man. We ain't talk. They got here want us to come back to steal from us. Look it up. The Ghanaian government and banks was stealing people money they into their banks and not issuing monthly statements. I could believe that. Taking land they gave to Americans that went there, them Africans don't mean any else good. That people feel comfortable helping women, orphans, and refugees. Of course. Even the questions are, of course. Anytime you see a woman, it's just they got a lot of advantages, bro. A lot of them. But in the long haul, it hinders a lot of them, bro. It hinders them. I think it stops them from kind of going through the process that we go through as men, where you got to do it, bro. Like it ain't and once you figure it out, man, and you a man, a lot of you got it. You got it. You got it. But women, it's always helping. I mean, shit, it is what it is. It's what it's supposed to be. They can be gay Tuesday and be straight on Wednesday and nobody blink an eye. You can't do that as a man. You can't do that as a man. So I mean, we can't complain about the disadvantage because ultimately man got the ultimate advantage, and that's age. That's the ultimate advantage. We got age. We got age. We can have kids at any point, damn near. A lot of these younger girls, they prefer older men. We got free will, freedom, and everything. So we got our advantages. They got a bunch of them, but we got the ultimate advantage. We got the ultimate advantage, age. But yeah, man, to me, man, I was saying this, and I was saying I would never give him an opportunity. I would never give him an opportunity, but I ain't mad that he did because we need that legacy. We need that legacy, bro. Box. We need this. So we'll see. I think it's a close fight. I probably favor Haney. I had to do some research. Uh, but uh, but uh, yeah, I think Haney should get it on. But he got an uphill battle, dealing with Top Rank. And maybe top, especially if Top Rank and they offering Devin Haney options after this if he win, and Devin Haney ain't taking a contract. I'm pretty sure they know. I'm pretty sure they hit. I'm pretty sure they hit about about what we saying, bro. So so we have to wait and see, bro. But hold on, I have to wait and see. They need our money and spiritual power. Sounds crazy, spiritual, but it's true. They're scared of us. They don't want to position the people gonna start changing. I already talk boxing, so I don't really care to continue to talk it. Except my mom don't even want me having kids right now. She keep telling me to pursue the career. I want to conserve all my resources. Yeah, man, like it could be going to war. So, stacking up on like water and shit is probably it's probably the best. It's probably the best idea, bro. Guns, water, resources, whatever it may be. So, and I told you that's a summer where you probably just need to stack your money, bro. Don't worry about playing. Get as many guns, get as many resources as you can get, bro. That'd be that's my thing, bro. Haney wins by decision. He stopped Loma. It'd be a statement. I'll get the fuck out of him from 40. He said Loma should have a few rounds where he looks good like he did against T.O. And then a lot of them came later. 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 So, but I told y'all he a pressure fighter. That's what he is. He a pressure fighter. That's what he is. He's a pressure fighter. So that's my thing about it. He's a pressure fighter. And you got guys who are pressure fighters, they tend to pick it up as the fight they tend to turn it up as they get on. Them boxers, they tend to pick it up. They tend to pick it up. They tend to pick it up, early, and a lot of them tend to fade down the stretch. Some of them, so, but they don't really have the room for error as punchers and pressure fighters do. Yeah, they really don't have the room for error, bro. But we'll see. But I wouldn't be surprised they tried to rob Devin, bro. Wouldn't be surprised at all. So I won't be surprised, but it is what it is. We know Bob will eat his young for Lomachenko. We know that. Shit. Bob, that might be Bob's son the way he treat Lomachenko, bro. It might be. Might be his son. Might be his son. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. I ain't got no more questions, man. I gotta get out of here, man. This will be on all the podcasts. So they saying China and Brazil have reached out to deal and trade their own currencies, ditching the U.S. dollar as Yeah. Joe Biden's a fucking idiot, bro. But it is what it is. What can you do? I'm gonna start stacking y'all money and resources. So I can really tell y'all. He said Loma's a Jewish Ukrainian son. Hilarious, bro. That's hilarious. Hilarious. Country going in shambles. Yep, ever since Trump got in that bitch, bring back Barack Obama. Shit, man. But yeah, let me know what you girls and guys think, man. I'm out, man. Got our official sponsor, Greenwood Stock Trading. If you want to learn how to make some passive income, some extra money, so you can invest in your future and your kids' future, give them a call for a free 10-minute consultation, 281-760-3170. Go get to the